Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to our first PU Computer Science online classes. In today's class, we are going to start new chapter. It's a very important chapter, as we know that all programs going to start from this chapter only. So before going to start any problems or any programs here, just some of the important explanation I want to tell before start any type of the programs here. Okay, so we know that it is the chapter 7. The name of the chapter is called as the Introduction to C++. Okay, so the Introduction to C++, it is the name of the chapter. Now the first explanation I want to start, that is our C programming language, but in this chapter we are studying about C++. So until 1980, C programming language was widely popular, but slowly people started realizing the drawback of this language. Okay, so till 1980, no any problem, everyone using the C programming language, but laterwards slowly the people or maybe any of the user or any of the programmer who want to use the C programming language, slowly they started the drawback of this language. Maybe this program is not proper, very difficult, very expensive, each and everything they started all those points here. And at the same time, the engineers had come up with new programming language that was called as the OOPS, that is called as the Object Oriented Programming Language, and the Object Oriented Programming Language only called as the C++. As we know that C++ is object oriented programming language, correct note here. So because of some disadvantage of this C++, the software developed, that means the engineer developed the new programming language, that was the OOPS, object oriented programming language. So the example for the object oriented programming language, that was we can say, or that is we can say as the C++. Okay, no? Okay. Now, by using the concept of the OOPS, Zerné-Strostrup, the spelling of the Zerné-Strostrup, BJERNESTROUSTRUP. So the name of the scientist, okay, the name of the scientist, the name is the Zerné, the B is the silent here, the Zerné-Strostrup developed C++ at AT&T Bell Laboratories in Murray Hill, New Jersey. Clear this point here? So first of all, developed, who developed? The scientist name we can say as the Zerné-Strostrup, okay, developed the OOPS, that is called as the C++ at AT&T Bell Lab, okay, laboratories here in Murray Hill, and developed in our New Jersey. Clear this point here? Okay, we know that who developed the C++ language and where it was developed in this case here. And in the early stages, this language was called as the C with classes. So starting ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೆಸರು ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ C with classes. Okay, this is the name of the language, C with classes, but later it was renamed by Rick Massetti. The scientist name Rick, R-I-C-K, Massetti, M-A-S-C-I-T-T-I, the Rick Massetti. First we know that what's the name of the language. The name of the language is the C with the classes, but later words the scientist Rick Massetti, that means just renamed or named the language, that is called as the C++. Artha aita kya? So the plus comes from increment operator. You should remember it. Maybe whatever the plus is that, it is called as the increment operator. Maybe the minus is called as the decrement operator. Clear this point? Now we know that some of the point about our C++ language, correct no kya? So we can say that, so there has been several major release of the C++ language. ಹೇಗೆ ಆ language develop ಆಗಿತ್ತು day by day, or we can say that from time to time, from year to year, they developed some more features or the new features in our C++ programming language. So here we can say that there has been several major release of the C++ programming language, and the each version provided new version or the new features such as the type checking. Clear this one? As I already said here, from time to time, from year to year, they added some new feature in our C++ programming language. So such programming language providing some of the, or the each version providing some of the new features such as the type checking. Clear this one? The type checking means from maybe you want to check some of the code. In this case, that is called as the type checking in this case here, or maybe we can say that it also providing the features. The feature name is called as the overloading. Okay, so what about the overloading? The another feature name is the overloading. That means they adding one more feature. The feature name is the overloading. So there are two types of overloading are there. The two types are, first one is the function overloading, and second one is called as the operator overloading. Now what about the function overloading? So one example here I want to say int sum, for example int a. Okay, so now this is one example, int sum int k. Now later next one I am using float sum, and later next one is maybe the float b and maybe the float c. So now this is called as the function overloading. So what about the function overloading? That means the two or more functions, that means the function name is the sum only, correct? No, the two or more functions, maybe you want, you can use many functions, but many operations, that means many function definition, but the function name should be the same. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಡಾಟಾ ಟೈಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ನೇಮ್ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ನೇಮ್ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ? ಸಮ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ function definition, in first definition the function name is the sum, in second one also function name is the sum only. Maybe you want to change the data type, the number of the data type. Here just one data type is there, one argument is there, but here two arguments are there, correct here? So we can say that the function name means the two or more function have the same name but differ in the number of the arguments or data type of the arguments. Clear this point here? So here we can say that in this case, so int sum int a. Clear? In this case int sum int a here. So we can say that function name is the same here but different type of the data type. Int is that, but here float, different type of the data type, different number of the data type. Here just one, okay, arguments, but here two arguments are there. So this example is called as the function overloading. So ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? So function name is two or more function have the same name but differ in the number of the arguments or number or different type of the data type. So such feature also going to use in our OOPS programming language here. Okay, it is called as the overloaded function here. And also we can say that not just only the function overloading is that, it also called as the operator. So what about the operator overloading? We already given one example for the operator overloading, that is the example. So where it's possible to add the numbers, correct? No, it also possible to add the numbers. With that it also possible to make the of these strings. So we can say that the C++ providing from time to time some of the new features. The features are type checking and also the features are the overloading here. So we know in our overloading there are two types are there. The first type is the function overloading here, and this is the example for the function overloading. Not just only the function, one more overloading is that the name called as the operator overloading. That means when an operator behaves differently based on the operands. Okay, the operator. So here the operator adding is using for the adding of the number, addition of the number, but here it is using to concatenate the strings. That is called as the combination of the strings, called as concatenation. C-O-N-C-A-T-E-N-A-T-E, concatenate. Okay, kya? So we can say that when an operator behaves differently based on the operands. Okay, so this is called as the operator, and two are called as the operands. Key and board are called as the operands. So depend on the operands, the operator going to behave differently. So we can say that. So all these are the features that are provided by our C++ programming language here. And also finally, before going to complete or before going to go for our characteristics of C++, I want to say about our the ANSI. The ANSI ISO. So what about the ANSI ISO? The full form of the ANSI is the American National Standards Institute. Okay, the ANSI. The full form of the ANSI, American the American National Standards Institute, and ISO, International Standards Organization. That means the C++ committee, it is a committee of the C++, was finally responsible for standardizing all the feature of the C++ programming language. So clear this point here. So whatever I said now, the short form that is called as the ANSI. The full form is the American National, that means American National Standards Institute and International Standards Organization. It is a C++ committee, and this committee was finally responsible for standardizing the feature of the C++ programming language here. After completing some explanation about our introduction to C++, the next concept is the characteristics of C++. Correct, no? Okay. Now, the first point of the characteristics of C++ is called as the object-oriented programming. Okay, kya? So we can say that the object-oriented programming allow the programmer, that means who want to solve the program, who are going to use the program, the OOPS technique programming language here. So allow the programmer to design the application, that means to design the program, from a point of view, that means should give more importance to the communication between the object. Maybe some programs are that the programs are structured programming, procedural programming, C programming here. So Pascal, COBOL, all those programs giving more importance to the structured sequence of the code here. But one of the program name is the object oriented programming language, just providing more importance to the communication between the object. As we know that if the object going to make communication with each other, then it very easily we can build up or we can execute the program here. So we can say that means it giving more importance to the communication between the object rather than on a structured sequence of the code. So clear this point here. So we can say that this communication between the object allow a greater reusability of code. As we know that maybe if any class constructed by using the base class, correct no kya? Well, that means we know that the base class constructing some of the class are called as the derived class. So maybe if any class constructed by using the base class, that means they are sharing some of the code from one class to the another class here. So it allows a greater reusability of code in more productivity or logical manner here. So this is about our object oriented programming, or very simply we can say about our object oriented programming. This programming giving importance to the communication of the object here, or communication between the object rather than on a structured sequence of code. So this communication between the object providing greater reusability of code. That means no need to make the duplication of the code here. Anytime if any class want any code, they can share the code from one to another or with each other. So this is first importance or the first characteristics of the C++ here. Second point is the portability. So what about the portability? As we know that portable means maybe if any program you are writing by using one computer, that means maybe you want to transfer such a program to another computer here. So if any program going to transfer from one computer to another computer, such one is called as the portability of the program. Maybe some program it not possible to share from one to another, but one of the program is that the program name is the C++, that is called as the OOPS program. It have one of the characteristics. The characteristics is the portability. So we can say that we can practically compile the C++ programming code in any type of the computer, in any type of the operating system. Clear this point here? That means we can port such programming language from one computer to another. Maybe some computer containing different kind of the operating system, there is no any problem here. Maybe some computer having different kind of the software, there is no any problem. We very easily we can port such program from one computer to the another computer here. So our C++ is the most used and ported programming language in the world. Clear this one here? Artha aita ellarige portability helidre ಏನು ಅಂತ. So we can say that means very easily we can port the programming language from one computer to the another computer. We can share the programming language from one to another. So C++ is most used and ported programming language in the world here. And later next one is the brevity. So what about the brevity? In this case, the meaning of the brevity, we can say that means when you are going to compare with the other languages, that means our C++ containing short number of the code. Clear this one here? So we can say that the code written in C++ is very short. Okay, the code of the C++ programming language is very short. That means the other programming language, maybe you want to create the program, you want to develop the program, you want to make some execution of the program, we need to write many of the code, many lines of the code properly here. But when you are going to compare the other programming with the C++ programming language here, so such a C++ programming language have less number of coding. Clear this one here? The code of C++ is very short when compared to our other programming languages here. So clear this point? But in case of the programming language, we need to use some of the special character that is called as the keyword. That means here in our while going to complete the program, we need to use some of the special characters here that is called as the keyword. So about the keyword later we will study what's the meaning of the keyword. Okay, here. So this is about our brevity, and later next one is the C compatibility. So what about the C compatibility here? So we can say that in our C++ offers the backward compatible with this C language. So what about the backward compatible with this C language? That means maybe if any code you return by using C, very easily such language we can convert, we can change into the C++. Clear this point? Just only the slight difference is that for the language our C as well as the C++. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ರಿ, ಬಟ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ನೀವು ಏನು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ನನಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು C++ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆ ಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡ, ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನೀಗ C++ಗೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ C++ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಲೈಟ್ changes we can make such language that is from our C to the C++ programming language here. So clear this point about our C compatibility in this case here. That means without making much more changes we can convert the language that is from our C to the C++ programming language here. And later next one is about our machine independent. So what about the machine independent? So it is a machine independent programming language. Clear this one here? It is a machine independent, as we know that if the language is dependent means sure it's not possible to port the program from one computer to the another computer. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅದು ಯಾವುದು ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಟು ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಟು ದಿ another. But if the language is independent, that means we can say that the one language, the name of the language is the C++, is a machine independent programming language here. And also we can say that the sixth point is the flexibility. Okay, the meaning of the flexibility in this case here. So C++ is a highly flexible language with versatility. What's the meaning of the versatility? The meaning of the versatility means such language is using not just only to build up the program, such language is also usable maybe for our artificial intelligence, in this case decision support system or office automation system, hyperlink, hypermedia, object oriented database. Many of the Windows operating system have been developed by using such a language here. So we can say that the flexibility means here highly flexible language with the versatility. We can perform a variety of operation by using the language here. And the last point we can say the characteristics of C++ is the system software development. So such language can be used for developing some of the system softwares like the operating system. As we know that in our computer, if the operating system is not going to install, it's not going to use, that means the computer is just like a empty box here, and it's not possible to transfer the file, to make a communication, to do some function by using the computer here. So that means we can say that by using the language we can develop the system software like our operating system. Okay, kya? Operating system compilers, it is a very important software, as we know that it going to convert the source program to the object program. The source program is the program completed or created by the user here. So whatever the program we created by using the machine, such program going to convert to the object program into the machine program, correct? No? And later we are going to get the execution of the program here. So we can say that some of the system software going to develop, maybe the operating system, maybe the compilers also going to develop, and also the databases. Some of the databases software are Oracle, Sybase here, or maybe the Infomix, in this case MySQL. So all those going to develop by using our by using the language like our C++. So clear this point here. So now in today's class we completed just only some introduction to our C++, and also very important question that is from our introduction to C++, that is the characteristics of the C++. In characteristics of C++, object oriented programming, portability, brevity, C compatibility, and machine independent, flexibility, and lastly the last point is the system software development. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for